Hello, my loves. Welcome to Soul Love. Welcome back if you've been here before. This is a channel that is dedicated fully to the twin flame phenomenon in all its complexity and nuance. And in this video specifically, I will be addressing the question of soul children and spirit children, which may come up for some twins. This won't be the case for every single pair of twins, but it certainly is the case for some. It certainly is my personal case, and so I am happy to speak to it. So, as I mentioned in previous videos, especially for monadic twins, we have incarnated with specific missions. And these may include soul children that may be incarnated on Earth or may actually not be incarnated on Earth. And so I will speak to these two ways that this may manifest on the journey. And so when it comes to incarnated soul children, there may be children that are here, they're in human form, that may be your soul children, and they may be birthed through you in this lifetime or not. And you may, if it's part of your mission, receive codes for either their rescue if they are karmically entangled in webs of distortion, or simply in terms of recognizing and remembering the purity and the innocence that the soul child represents within the twin flame template. And why is this? Well, I've spoken about the restoration of the divine feminine, divine masculine templates on Earth through unconditional love. So the restoration of that union in form. Now, we often hear about the Trinity being God, source consciousness, and then the masculine and the feminine, if you imagine a triangle. But there's also another Trinity in form. So the masculine, the feminine, and the child. This is specific to form. So worlds that in which we birth through form in the material worlds. And so some of us may encounter this situation on the journey where a soul child is present. Like I said, either because the child needs to be rescued or the child needs to be recognized. This is in the case if the child is incarnated, or there may be soul children that are either incarnated in other star systems or not incarnated in the physical form, and they may be present in spirit, but you may contact or receive contact from them. It's important to understand that these layers of the journey only start to come online once we've started to access multi-dimensional awareness, i.e., seeing beyond the veil being that veil that's placed between the fourth and the fifth dimension, the fifth dimension being the realm of no time and space. And so to start receiving this type of wisdom information downloads, you must already have cleared enough distortion to be able to access it. So in terms of rescue missions, it's important to understand that, especially as the North Pole twin, the divine feminine, the awakened twin, the twin that engages mostly in spiritual work, this isn't a physical rescue mission. This isn't about breaking into someone's house and physically rescuing a child. This happens at the energetic level, hence why I was saying that a certain level of mastery is required for this already, because this is about the embodiment of unconditional love, the frequency of love. And so in the same way that with your counterpart, you must go through a process of releasing attachment to the physical, the same will happen when it comes to a soul child rescue mission. again, the same thing if the child is incarnated, but they are not in need of rescue, let's say. It's about restoring that unconditional love, and not within the polarity, right, with the masculine and feminine, but within the mother or father line. And so this would be the restoration of the divine mother and divine father roles, the divine mother and divine father templates, and the divine family. And this child will be a child of your counterpart and you. So it won't, what I'm referring to in this video are children that are soul children that 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 they're soul children to both of you, to both counterparts. Now, when it comes to soul children that are not incarnated, like I said, you may just receive contact or become aware that you have children in other star systems, or you may also become aware in the field that there are children, spirit children, that want to be birthed through you. So some twins will have the specific mission of birthing children. So we are in this process, as I've mentioned in previous videos, of birthing new earth, of this transition into a harmonious way of living on this planet and entering unity consciousness as a norm. So exiting the matrix and exiting separation consciousness. Part of that can be birthing children so that we'll carry the codes of unity consciousness forward. And so, since at some point when you've started to anchor 5D consciousness and above in your human vessel, you enter realms that are beyond time and space, beyond linearity as per the rational mind, you may pick up or start perceiving that these spirit children already exist in the field. Just like when we talk about the quantum realm and infinite possibilities. So the fact that what your soul is here to birth on other levels, may that be projects or businesses, they are already held for you in the quantum field. The same thing goes for children. And so you may have visions, you may receive contact from the spirit of these children, literally knocking on your door, because you are being informed that you're being prepared to birth those children. You know, and this could be for a mother or a father, not necessarily just for the mother. And so it is a process to become aware of this. It will absolutely vary depending on the specific soul contract you have, your specific journey. And so if you do want assistance with this, don't hesitate to reach out. Don't hesitate to book with me. The links are below, because I have this personal experience. So it'll, like I said, it will differ absolutely depending on the soul contract, but it absolutely happens, and it's absolutely a part of some twin flame journeys and missions. Also, this energy of the soul child, of the spirit child, can also manifest in the form of creative projects, community initiatives, businesses, whatever wants to be birthed. And so many of us twins, especially monadic twins, have joint missions, like I've mentioned previously, with our counterparts. And so that could also come within this this realm of soul children wanting to be birthed, and it can absolutely be a part of your mission. It's an interesting phenomenon, and especially when it comes to soul children, human children that want to be birthed onto this planet, it really adds a complex and nuanced layer to the journey. And it may involve, like I mentioned at the beginning, rescue missions. And so this will be tied into past lives and all kinds of different things, depending on when you came to Earth and whether the child came with you. Um, but either way, it is absolutely a part of the journey. And it also needs to be addressed specifically. So, if this is your case and if you resonate with what I'm sharing, do let me know in the comments below. And if you have any questions, also do let me know. I will do my best to address them in future videos and to respond to the comments. But it's a beautiful part of the journey, and I'll finish off by saying this. It's a really beautiful part of the journey because when you recognize and you remember a soul child, you are accessing a part of, or a way of embodying unconditional love on this planet that has a different flavor to what you feel and what you experience with your counterpart. It really comes down to this purity and this innocence and to this role of guardianship in the spiritual realm. And so you it's a type of mastery that really has to do with soul parenting. And of course, that may also then imply that part of your mission, if this is the case for you, may involve conscious parenting and anything that has to do with that, with really restoring those templates on the planet right now of the divine family, the divine family unit, not just the divine masculine, divine feminine, but also divine mother, divine father. So I'll leave it at that for this one, but I thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you very soon in another video. Take care, sending you all so much love.